Hi everyone, welcome to Straight from the Divine Tarot. We're Saturday, August 16th, 2025. And I'm doing a general collective reading for you. It is a timeless read, so it's for whenever you come across this reading. You're free to change the roles and the genders as you need to throughout the read. That's not a problem. Please use your higher wisdom and discernment while you're listening to general collective readings. Not every read's going to be for you. It's basically virtually thousands of people's energies rolling around all in one. Okay, so I try to hone in on the strongest energy to give you what I am picking up as well as what the cards are saying. So only take what you already know and toss the rest, okay? That belongs to someone else. Don't take it on as yours. Thank you for being here. I hope you've all had a beautiful day. You're having a beautiful weekend. Weather's great here. Can't complain. It was a little bit hot while I was out on my walk, but that's okay. I take that over snow or anything nasty any day. I need cold, cold weather, 30 below weather. I live in Canada, you know what I'm saying? So I enjoy this kind of weather. Let's see where we're going to go with this read, shall we? I took yesterday off, and I don't know. I was feeling a little bit tired, but I was feeling maybe I should. And then Spirit said, you got enough time off. Healing, we must continue healing. So here I am. I love you guys. Thank you for being here. Spirit guides, guardian angels, ancestors, the white light. What's the message for the collective? Oh, new beginnings. Congratulations. So you're closing a door, chapter in your life, and you're moving on, maybe alone. She looks a little apprehensive, but also excited. So it's something exciting that's coming. Not taking much with her. It could be a male as well, okay? Place the genders where it belongs. You might be traveling. That's over a world, or you have the world is your oyster type of thing. You're innocent. Could be innocence as well. Taking a leap of faith. That's the overarching energy. Or somebody feels like a fool or thinks you a fool. Yep, something's ending. Ending a cycle. Congratulations. Could be traveling and moving as well. It's a world card. Universe. The universe is involved. They've been helping you, pushing you through that doorway and closing that door behind you, maybe locking it. You know what I'm saying? So this is ending cycles to begin new ones. Lessons have been learned. Congratulations. It's also victory and protection. Yeah, there's been an imbalance where you've been. It could have been amoral or criminal even, but something wasn't fair, wasn't right. Or if you want to look at it a different way, somebody's a fool. They did something online criminally, okay? Yeah, they're not going to come into their fulfillment of wishes here. They didn't want to be seen. They're going to claim they didn't know. They weren't aware. They don't want to be alone. They don't want you coming. If you were in isolation, they don't want you coming back into the world type of thing, being seen. Material and spiritual prosperity in reverse. They made some poor decisions, all right. 69 might have something to do with this. Made some poor decisions, breaking up with karmics, or you did, or somebody else's. It was, if it's a relationship, whether it's love, family, friendship, or work, it was all one-sided. There where the highway, there was no harmony. If it's a contract, whether it's a contract in the 3D sense and or spiritual, it was a non-binding contract. It was false. It was all one-sided, stacked against you. And somebody didn't use their higher wisdom and discernment. They didn't want to rise above, you know, whatever lifestyle they have or whatever belief system they have. Or they didn't want to take their head out of their ass, let's say. They didn't want to rise up above being karmic. So now they're reaping the consequences because you are now coming into material harvest. There's an investigation, hermit. You went within and did that soul work. They won't have any of this material spiritual prosperity if they do not go within and do that soul work. Someone's reflecting. I think it's you. They're looking down at what, yeah. See, this is giving me the idea. This obviously is you. You're looking down at what you have. You might have one orange, one apple. I think that's an orange. A couple of stacks of coins here, some water, maybe a bit of wine, and a bag of flour. But you're looking down at it as if it's a feast. You have everything you need, and you're quite content. These people are always thirsty for more. They never have enough. So just say tonight, you don't have much money. This could be biscuits too, I don't know. But you don't have enough money for dinner tonight. I'm just giving you an example. You look in your cupboards, well, I can make this with that, it's pretty meager, or at least I'm going to get fed. I get paid tomorrow, but somebody else in this energy is like, oh, hell no. They'll be picking up the phone asking everybody to give them money. Give me money now. Do you want to buy me dinner? Or finagling, trying to get something out of other people because, no, they just can't go without. Yeah, this is awareness. You're tapped in. You have a higher wisdom here. You have a direct connection with source. This is magician. You have all the tools you need for success. You look at things like this and you go, yeah, I got all the tools to feed myself tonight. I'm not worried about today. Okay. You should only worry about now anyways. Don't worry about tomorrow. Don't worry about, and I'm saying, okay, we all have bills to pay. We should worry about that. But what I'm saying is the things that you can't do anything about, there's no sense worrying about right now. Right? And if you're thinking about yesterday, you're just getting yourself into a depression. But this is a direct connection with source. You're very wise. You're going to be taking some sort of action, or you knew when to take action. Yeah, you know that somebody's not telling you the truth. You can't trust people, these people. They didn't want you having happiness. That's just too bad. Somebody's sick. They're doing stuff in the dark. They're not happy because you are taking this new leap of faith. Or if it's the other way around, they did something wrong. You're trying to steal your material and spiritual gifts. They're looking down here. They're finding out that you were always in tune. You always knew what they were doing in the dark. And you don't trust them. You'll be taking action against them. Their heart chakra is closed, or they tried to close yours off, trying to play with your sacral chakra, or they can't access theirs. It could be magic, illusions, deceptions. Definitely shit talking and unwise counsel. Somebody wanted power and control over you, dominance possibly. Could be corruption. Yeah, wrong move, wrong choice, decisions. Again, too, secrets are coming out. They got bribed, tempted. Somebody had multiple options. They're looking at their options now, or maybe you have a lot of options that they didn't want you to have. And every area of your life, okay, thank you. They were doing spell work or shit talking, trying to prevent you from having any viable options. They just wanted you to go this far in life, nowhere else. Or they bribed and tempted other people to cover something up for them. There's a lot of illusions here, hopeful, wishful thinking, and confusion. But you're speaking your choice. You have a lot of options of where you can speak your truth here. This is could be a higher power. This could be the divine stepping in, something to do with a marriage or a commitment. It could be something having to do with contracts and institutions. Or you could be spiritually high ranking. Patience and planning is in the dump. So, yeah, since you spoke your truth, they've been stopped, or they're trying to stop you from speaking your truth about a contract or a decision or a third party. This was unrequited love, or they gave out misleading and false information about you, caused a lot of trauma. Somebody could have lost their child. This is not triumphant for them. Again, 7. They want you going back into another toxic cycle with them. I don't think so. You're standing your ground. You go your own way. You're divinely protected and guided. And something's coming in really quick for you. This is Jupiter, the planet of expansion. So wherever this Jupiter is in your chart, and don't tell anybody about your chart. Even the people nearest to you. Those are the ones that would be so willing to stick the knives in your back sometimes, okay? Wherever Jupiter is in your chart, that's where you stand to expand in your life. It doesn't have to be money. It could be. It could be love. It could be health. It could be success. It could be anything. They're trying to block you. Well, something's coming in real quick. Congratulations. Sorry, I'm trying to pick up the strongest energies here, okay? So just bear with me. We'll get to the gist of this reading. So we have new beginnings, 0. I heard exciting. So there's something exciting coming around the bend. Maybe you're going to be on the news. They'll be on the news because it's the universe, right? Could be on the online, seen worldwide or known worldwide. I don't know. This is exciting though. Broken mirrors, addictions, roller coaster, and toxic connections. So you're leaving that behind. Congratulations. What happens when you break a mirror? When you look into that mirror, it's distorted, right? You don't get the full picture. Somebody's hurting. Crying, depressed, pain, and sorrow. Yeah, they're in the inferno, meaning that they're being cleansed, whoever this is, or you have been cleansed, whoever this is. Cleansed in the fire, right? That's how you cleanse. It's a baptism of fire. Chaos, job loss, and everything crumbling. They wanted this for you. High value, Empress, beauty, sexy or handsome, abundant and confident. They think you're too secretive, maybe. Because that's what they wanted you to go through. They want to know if you're going through any bad times. They think you're sneaky because you're very private, mysterious, hiding information. You're not hiding a damn thing, but they sure did, right? You could be in the spotlight. And they can't stand that limelight audience. Because you're in the spotlight, they think you're self-absorbed, or they are. Or they could be in the spotlight, they want it for them. Oh yeah, they're so self-absorbed, they want to come back in. Harmony, resolving issues, getting back together, because obviously you're hitting this spotlight, or you're doing something very good for yourself. It's exciting, something new, and now somebody wants you back. They think they can get you back into their life, or get themselves back into your energy or your life, but they still have a double life, liar, deception, in another relationship, and that's why you went no contact. Blocked, silent treatment, cut off all communication. I don't blame you. Something to do with mirrors, mirror magic, glamour spells, or somebody. This could be an ex of yours or anybody that you're dealing with, and they're dealing with somebody that is doing magic against you. I don't know. It could go different ways. I'm sorry. I'm picking up different energies. Oh boy. Okay, put it back out. Take a day off and you forget, right? They're hurting. Okay. If somebody's trying to cloak themselves in your energy, it's no longer working. If they thought they can cloak you in their energy, that's never worked. You have no contact with whoever's doing this spell work, whether you know them or not. So they need to get back into your energy to be able to get some hair, body fluids. I don't know what they're wanting. Just to know what's going on in your world so they can thwart it. New beginnings, 0. You're starting over, maybe. Broken mirrors. Recharge. You're recharging. Breathe, let go, clear your mind. Congratulations. Yeah, from toxic people, toxic scenarios, drama, arguments, and incompatible. So you ended it. It might have hurt to end stuff with people that you cared about or this person, but you knew you had to go. These people were just holding you back, weighing you down, possibly playing in your energy, maybe your whole life, if this is family or friends or your partner. They wanted you to feel hopeless. I think it's them. Loss, depression, and self-deletion. I don't recommend doing self-deletion if somebody's out there thinking about it. It's never a good way out. You will not stop the pain. Listen to me, okay? And for those who have lost people this way, I'm not saying this to hurt you. If you're triggered, please sign off. If you try to take your life, life is precious. It is a gift from the divine. We're here to learn lessons. We're here to strengthen ourselves and build our characters as we truly are our souls. We're just in this meat bag temporarily. But until we learn these lessons and get to a certain place where we need to be soul-wise, we keep coming back here. So if you try to self-delete, you're coming right back into the same scenario, but where you left it. You might be a child born in a family going through what you're just leaving, and it's just going to be even more. Do you understand? It's going to be even worse. It's to help you, really. It doesn't feel like it, but it is. We have to finish these tests. It's like going to school. You have to write the exam, or you're not passing. You're not going on to the next level. Do you understand? Someone's exhausted. Burned out, burdened, empty. By the way, self-deletion, that is such a permanent answer to a temporary problem. Because everything's temporary in this world. We think we can't face something. We think, there's no answers. There's no way out. There's always answers. There's always a way out, whether we like it or not. Having to take it on the chin sometimes is not what we want to do, but we have to. We have to humble ourselves. At times, you know what I'm saying, right? So somebody's exhausted, burnt out, burdened, empty, feeling salty, bitter, angry, and petty. Or that's the way they described you, and you're quite nurturing. You're a mentor. You give good advice. You're very wise. You give back. If they're trying to collect themselves in your energy, they can't do any of the stuff you do. It comes naturally to you because you've evolved, you've ascended. I'm not saying you were never in your karmic energy. We all have been. What I'm saying is you were able to rise above certain things. Maybe it took you 10,000 lives. Who knows? And it could take one person one life. So it's not a pissing contest. It's all about, listen, we're all here clapping one another on. Let's do this together. We can't do it for one another. We have to do it, but we can definitely clap for one another. Yeah, they could have said that you were only after cheap thrills, or the person you were with was only after cheap thrills, continuous cycles, bad decisions, addictions. Someone's daydreaming here, head in the clouds, delusion, hopes, and dreams. Yeah, they know you're a soulmate, a twin flame. It could be love, it could be a friend, it could be a romantic partner, it could be family, it could be business. Well, got into a love affair, dirty little secret, sex fix, and on the down low. Whoever they went to possibly did magic on this person and you. Or maybe it is your partner. Maybe your partner knew about it. I don't know. When I say partner, it could be family, friend, love, and or business. There's a lot of distance, emotional as well as, or possibly be physical, divorce, ghosted, separation. And ever since you did, you took your energy back. You live in harmony here. You have balance, peace, and happiness. Has something to do with a family, or either you have a family with this person. Blood ties, inner circle. They're paranoid and they're keeping tabs on you. Cautious, insecure, and guarded. Wishful thinking that you're going to just run away from everything, escape, denial, excuses. Second chance, okay, run. So the spirit, if somebody wants a second chance with you, run, okay? This is still a runner, a chaser dynamic. Block them, moved on, nothing to say, stop calling. They're feeling trapped now, stuck, no options, and unforgiveness. I know, it's going all over the place. I apologize. I'm trying to get it together. Okay, I'll get my cards on it. Thank you, Spirit. Get it. So we have new beginnings, 0. So you have a new beginning. They're stuck in addiction, roller coaster ride, toxic connections. They need to recharge, or you were stuck in this, and now you're recharging. Take it for whatever it is. And if you are, congratulations. I'm very proud of you. Or somebody feels like a fool. They got into a relationship with somebody that's going to put them through this. It's just a clown. Clowning around. Ulterior motives and agenda. So they want to come back in. They have ulterior motives. They're hostile and confrontational. Maybe that's another reason why you left. Confirmation bias. Kinky partner. They're looking for a kinky partner, trying to manipulate, or maybe that's their manipulation of you, right? Trying to say that this is what you are, trying to make you feel unattractive, inexperienced. This person's demonic, or they went around saying you're demonic. That's why they rejected you. Maybe they're going through, apathy. They have no feelings. Dangerous. They said that you were apathetic, you're dangerous, or this is them. A hypocrite, that's them. Hypocrite. There's an accident, spouse, credit, good or bad. Maybe they were hoping for you to have an accident because you have bad credit and you have good credit and they want to use your money up. I don't know. Something to do with a pregnancy. Someone's a coward. They exploited you or tried to exploit you. A funeral. Life insurance. What I tell you, they want you gone. They want to be wealthy. Them and their friend or friends. They were using magic against you. They're really on the down low. Your siblings are involved, or theirs. Hidden motives. Show off. They want all this money and your energy. They want what you have, or they want to be you so they could show off. Something to do with a nickname. Somebody with a nickname. Facing eviction. Slander, libel. This is a love bomber. And they targeted you. Because they're in debt. And they're damned now. Condemned by God to suffer eternal punishment in hell. Humiliation for your inheritance. Spiritual or otherwise. They're trying to control, coerce other people, but you outrank them. You are innocent. Okay, you might be going through a mild illness. Do not be afraid. Okay, this could be ascension symptoms. Mind you, if you have something that you are concerned about, please, I'm not a doctor. Go see a doctor. Then if you get the all clear, don't be afraid. The ascension symptoms. Please go see a doctor, though, okay? You're on your life purpose, and they know it, and they want to knock you off your square. You're too intelligent for them. Yeah, for these threats and them trying to force things on you and blame you. Nah, it's not going to stick. Corruption and vice, refusal. They're broken. They're lonely. Or that's what they want for you. Somebody's abroad or overseas, and they're only there to get theirs. Okay, they're stalking you. You might have to call the police to be protected, or maybe you don't even know it yet, but the police are protecting you. Maybe the authorities have caught wind of their scheme trying to take you out for this money. This is all devil energy. Oh, the police are protecting you. Quite possibly, you might have to call the police for protection, but they think that they're protected by the devil. The devil always shows up in a beautiful or handsome package, doesn't he? Now, this is karma, darling. You're getting karma. False accusations, transfer of money, fluids, and fluids. They said they got an STD, or you have one. They burnt their bridges with you. They're going to have to humble themselves, what I tell you. Yeah. They tried to ruin your reputation. They only ruined yours by saying you had an affair with somebody else, or they had an affair with you, somebody on the outside. Now they want to confess. Let them confess. I know there's a lot of confessions happening. I just posted one on my community board where the doctor, the ME, the medical examiner that supposedly did the autopsy on Marilyn Monroe, has finally come out with the truth. She didn't kill herself. Oh, maybe that's why it's coming out this way. I don't know. It's all jumbled. She didn't do herself in. She obviously, they wouldn't let the ME do his work, but he was not in agreement with how they did things, and it's been eating him alive his whole life. He's like 98 years old now, and he wants to get it off his conscience before he leaves this realm. But she didn't die by her own hand. Let's put it that way. It's sad, really. So we have new beginnings, 0, broken mirrors, recharge, and clown. This is just a fucking clown show. I know I've got a couple of my exes still trying to get a hold of me. I'm not responding. Just the way they're doing it, though, is just so sneaky and sly and making it look like I'm hitting them up first. I don't think so. If they want to talk to me, they can come to me as a human being, as an adult, and talk to me. That might be something that you're going through as well. It doesn't have to be an ex. It could be family, friend, and or work. Thank you, Spirit. It could be a father, a boss, a leader. This could be you or someone else. It could be a divine masculine energy. A divine masculine has gone through the highs and lows of each and every king in the deck and learned their lessons and ascended. And now they're displaying the finer qualities of all the 4 kings in the deck and then some. This is somebody with authority and power, spiritual or 3D or both. They make good decisions for everyone involved. They protect their throne and their family, and all that is theirs, and that's all that's important to them. They could be in a leadership position as well. They do their job right, or they're supposed to. It could be a female in this energy, male or female, doesn't matter. This is a go-getter, a doer. They don't sit on their ass and talk about things. They get it done. You took back your power, you bossed up, or this is somebody else. Not looking happy. Somebody in an authoritative position. Ooh, this is the Empress in reverse. So somebody's not with an Empress. They're with a karmic. Very toxic, chaotic, greedy, selfish, jealous, possessive, controlling, promiscuous potentially. Somebody that wants, right? Has temper tantrums, doesn't want to do the work, not very creative, certainly not loving, kind, nurturing, and sweet. That or they want a power and control over you, or a power of attorney, or they were trying to devalue you, disempower you, take your voice away, make you do all the sacrificing in this relationship or in this dynamic where they take and you get nothing in return. They could have called you a bad mother as well, a shit mother. You know, they wanted power and control. They wanted you to sacrifice. They wanted to be you. Queen of Wands in the upright. You're done sacrificing for these people. You're standing in your power, male or female, and you go your own way. You're very bold and confident and sure of who you are because you did that work. You're creating. You're a creator. You're a leader. You're magnetic. You're charming. You do what's right. You have some form of authority. Somebody tried to burn you. Notice it's just in front of her. She's not catching flame. They tried to maybe say that you were doing what spell work and you're not. Could have been one of those witch hunts. They want to be you. This could be this doppelganger. This could be a doppelganger wanting to be like you because they're insecure and unstable. They have no protection. You let go of this person or this situation. They can't hold you back any longer. You're ready to take off. Again, it's a doer. Yeah, they wanted you to appear unstable. Or this is a doppelganger wanting to be you, acting like you, wanting a life of luxury off your back. This is for sure somebody that's unstable and insecure, greedy and selfish, codependent and clingy. They're having financial difficulties, or this is what they wanted for you. This is somebody that cannot mind their own business. They're not chaste, they're not celibate, and they betrayed you. Or they're being betrayed by their own. Take it for whatever that is. This is a harsh and painful end for whomever this is. The worst is over. This is ending a cycle. This is embarrassing and disgraceful. Or this is how they wanted to end you in disgrace. Right? But you let this go, or they're going to have to let this go. Yeah. Power of attorney, but you're standing strong. This was a financial crime. They betrayed you. This is embarrassing. They have to let this go, or you let go of this King of Swords, male or female. This is somebody that's a narcissist, a sociopath, or psychopath, a pathological liar, user, abuser, cold, calculating, and cruel, very abusive. Or they try to disgrace you by saying that you're a narcissist and you're abusive. Somebody has no authority here. If it was a power of attorney or trying to take over your affairs, it was bull crap. Okay, they have no authority to speak on your behalf or to take action on your behalf. Yeah, they bore false witness. They did some divination abuse, or they're in debt. They didn't pay you your money. Could have lost a child. They're immature. Bad financial news. They took a huge gamble and lost. They're lazy, don't want to put the work in, and disrespectful. Very immature. They don't get along with others. This is ending a third-party situation, a collaboration, or it's a false contract. Or they could, yeah. So you parted ways because somebody bore false witness against you. They lied. They tried to abuse you. Whatever this is got you into debt. You parted ways. There's no harmony here. You're better off on your own. You don't see eye to eye. There's lack of trust. Okay, somebody's lazy. Don't want to put the work in, and disrespectful yet again. They haven't mastered themselves, let alone anything else. The Three of Pentacles in reverse. Their plans are falling apart. If you made plans with this person or these people or this situation, they had no intentions of helping you at all. They never helped you. Yeah, they're reckless, careless, and foolish. They took unnecessary risks. They didn't want you having a new beginning. They're guilty of sin. They're afraid to take risks now, or they thought you were. They thought you were gullible and naive. Yeah, because you remained emotionally balanced, stable, mature, loving, kind, nurturing, and sweet, male or female. You used your intuition. You have the biggest cup of love. And the way that you can love, this is unconditional love. The only reason why you love unconditionally is because you found you have to love yourself unconditionally first. And to some people, it might look like you're selfish. You have to take care of you first, because if there's no you, there's nothing, right? Before that, you were giving, give too much. You gave too much, and you put an end to that. Congratulations. Because they were abusing you. People were lying to you. They took advantage. Yeah. Oh, yeah, I'll do that for you. I'll be right there for you. Like, I remember in my situation, most of the people around me, they never were there for me. And if they were, it was grudgingly. It was painful to even ask for a favor, because you always have to do a song and dance in front of them. And, they get some sort of high. You can just look at the smirk on their face. And, they make you stand there asking for help, which, if they love you, we should all help one another. But you never got that help willingly, without a smile on their face, without, hey, you know what? We could even do this on top of that. That would be even better. No suggestions, no nothing. Bare minimum is what I got in my situation. I remember the last time I asked somebody to help me move some boxes. Boy, oh boy, are we going yet? I am busy, and just half-assed it. You know what I mean? I was like, fuck it, go, just go. Yeah, you remain emotionally balanced, stable, mature, loving, kind, nurturing, and sweet, even if you divorced or separated from this person. This person was, or this situation was corrupt. They're scared. They're nervous here. Could be corruption. Could be giving out bad counsel. Somebody was giving out bad counsel. Somebody's sick. They could have said you were sick. They broke the law. Dealing with institutions. If they're coming after life insurance or an inheritance or any kind of money, they could have said you were too sick to handle your affairs. Yeah, you drink too much. You party too much. They certainly didn't want you having wish fulfillment. Somebody was impersonating you, possibly, acting like you. Somebody was smug, full of themselves, selfish, a know-it-all and a show-off. So this is what they were planning to do, right? To block you. Two of Wands in reverse. This was a scam, nothing but a scam. So they're getting found out. Maybe they're nervous, right? They're drinking a lot. This is a fall from grace. They could have gotten demoted, terminated, or lost their position here suddenly. Sudden departure, sudden arrival. They have no contingency plans. They're afraid to make a decision because they know they were doing magic against you. They were love bombing you, or they're blocked from love bombing you. They're wearing a mask. They're very insincere. They never wanted. They're trying to block all support towards you. They were trying to love bomb you. Casual hookups. I don't know. It could be all kinds of things here, or magic. Definitely a scammer. Yeah, opportunist coming after your spiritual gifts and your money. Opportunities. This is a blessing that was left to you, but you avoided catastrophe, or they're trying to come towards you to love bomb you, to give you something, to avoid a tower moment. But it's all going to be lies. No truth or clarity here, because they're going to be arrested. This is illumination, letting go, letting God, for a crime or abuse against you, endangering others, and this was recklessness, okay? Their world is upside down. They didn't want to stop doing what they were doing. They were doing it continuously. The world's upside down. This is a humongous clapback from the universe. They don't want things to end. They're not protected. This is not a victory. They don't want you online if you're online. Yeah, they were greedy and selfish. They're trying to protect themselves here. Or they want to make a return because you're stable and secure. This makes them scared. They're going to come and try to humble themselves. They have no integrity, loyalty, or honesty. You're protected. They have no shame. I just heard that loud and clear. They were holding you back, or trying to hold something back from something here. Trying to protect themselves from losing their jobs. Or they're greedy and selfish. They want you to lose your job. Or whatever they tried to do, it didn't work. They haven't mastered themselves. They have no discipline. They wanted you to feel rejected and abandoned, or they do now. They're feeling sorry for themselves here because they're being exposed. This is public humiliation. They could be on the down low, like the card said. They didn't want to let go of their down low partner. They didn't foresee something here. They have no vision. They didn't want you moving ahead in life. They didn't want you traveling, or they can't travel. If this is a non-committal person, they just didn't want to be alone. They got something from you, obviously, and from their down low partner. Their plans are falling apart, and they're not prepared for this. Yeah, they're feeling paranoid. They're feeling defensive here because you overcame, persevered, and you blocked them off, and you put up boundaries, and you went your merry way. They're trying to block you from moving on for some reason. Or they're blocked from going on the run, or coming to meet you in calm waters. Yeah, you're blocked from reconciliation, blocked from family or children. You're blocking them from children or family. They're going through some sort of nostalgic memories here. You overcame, you healed your inner childhood wounds. You could be protecting children or protecting something or protecting you're blocking out the past. You took responsibility. You passed the test if this was a test. You have integrity, loyalty, and honesty. You're dependable, reliable, mature, and responsible. Somebody from your past might want to come towards you and give you money to balance things out. They're trying to slow you down. I don't know. You're healed. You're healthy. You're a teacher. You alchemize and transmute. They want to get back in your energy. You give yourself enough love. You're not thirsty for somebody else to love you. If somebody loves you, it's organic, it's natural. Whether it's a relationship, family, friend, it should be anyways. Now they want to balance things out and heal and reconcile with you because they're homeless or facing homelessness, or that's what they wanted for you. They're trying to dry up your money with magic or something like that. This is not your twin flame. They wanted to destabilize you, or they claimed you were homeless and you were destabilized. Whatever this is, the party is over. If this is your family, they always thought they could always come back after they steal from you and do the worst. Yeah, no. They kept doing something over and over again. It's getting old. If it's a back and forth thing, it's getting old. You're tired of it. This person or these people are refusing change. This is a permanent, profound ending. You're getting your justice. If they were trying to unalive you, they're getting found out. It could be your family or somebody you were married to in the past. You're getting your justice, though. This is corruption, abuse of power, abuse of authority. They didn't have authority or they lost it. It could be male or female, but it could be a shit father. They could have claimed you were a shit mother. I don't know. Or change it around, okay? This is somebody that bit more than they can chew, definitely. But they bent to public pressure. It was all about their ego. They're in their ego. They wanted power and control and domination. They were power hungry, thirsty. This is a bully and a tyrant coming after this money. It could be your family as well or corporation. The worst has happened. This is a nightmare. People are seeing through the schemes here, okay? All that glitters isn't gold. This was all illusions. No more confusions. They have no choice. They're running out of options. They're scared. They lost control of you or the situation. They're going to have to humble themselves. Because you're highly intuitive and psychic. You haven't been speaking to them. There's something to do. There's a lot of secrecy here. This was a poor investment because you're highly intuitive and you could be a reader or a spiritualist. You don't have to be male or female. But you know, this was a bad investment. They misappropriated funds. This isn't going anywhere. They don't want to take accountability. It's out of control. Could have had a car accident or lost their car. Stopping a family, stopping your happiness. This was a bad investment trying to stop your happiness. Because you walked away before the worst could be done. Or others are walking away. A family's walking away. Or you walked away from your family. Right? You went, this is 8 of Cups. You went in search of your 9th and 10th cup, which is emotional fulfillment or happiness. So you left your family behind, or it's somebody that left their family behind. You might have faced some hardship with the mountains, but you overcame them, no problem, or you will. And keep listening to your intuition, okay? You invested 8 out of 10 cups into a situation to find out there's no emotional fulfillment or happiness. There's just backwashing these cups. Or somebody's going to have to walk away from drinking or partaking in other things. Wherever they're facing the unknown. This family or this group or whomever you're dealing with, they're facing the unknown. They're going to be forced to walk away from something. If they lost their car... They could have been showing off with this car. They're going to have to walk away from... They're going to have to walk from now on. Instead of this car, it's Shoe Leather Express. You know what I'm saying? Oh, no. I'm demoted in life. I don't have a car. They could have chose somebody else over you because you don't drive or you don't have a car or the car they want to be seen in. I don't know. It could be a whole family buying cars. All the cars getting repoed. All lies. Wow. You walked away because they're all liars. They're jealous of you and they abused you. They lied. They spread rumor, gossip, and slander. They were petty and cruel. They're targeting you. They definitely targeted you, like the card said in the beginning. This is self-sabotage. They could be stalking you and harassing you, physically or online. This is news they don't want to hear or you didn't want to hear. And they're fighting and or mad at their group. Lied to a group, a cult, coven, secret society, or a third party, or friend group. They spread egregious gossip big time. There will be no reconciling. People are not happy. The party is over. If it's pleasure seekers, it's over. Okay, somebody assessed the situation. There's been communication. They were trying to block communication from coming to you, or your communication from going elsewhere. But you took a different path. Something exciting and rewarding is coming towards you. This is communication coming through. Usually it's good news. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. This is a a message of love. This is self-love, new love, true love coming in. This is happiness, new beginnings. The divine loves you very much. So they're getting the message the divine loves you very much. And he's balancing things out for you. Or they're in their emotions here, because you are balanced. They were giving and receiving with others, prioritizing others, or you were very generous with them, or they're being very generous with this money. You know what I mean? They got to balance this money out. A judgment went against them. Damn, this is fair. Fairness is being brought into the situation. A judgment went against them. They're past the point of divine judgment. This is karma time here, and there's no second chances. Lack of awareness, acceptance, and accountability. Okay, so the divine loves everybody. He gave them enough chance to balance this out with you and make things right with you, but they refused. They didn't want to take ownership. They judged you erroneously, harshly, misjudged you, and told everybody and their dog all these stories about you. It was all manipulation, illusions, deception, magic. Maybe they said they did you did magic. Pardon me. It's all coming back on them. It's all backfire. It's all karma. This is wearing masks, okay? They were very two-faced, corrupt, out of control. They're scattered right now. They can't focus. They can't focus on what they need to focus on. They don't have all the tools they need for success. They don't have all the resources they need. They're going towards lack and loss and poverty here. They followed another out into the cold. Now they're on the outside looking in. As you're standing your ground and you're divinely protected and guided. You have the advantage, okay? You're vibrating. You're at a higher frequency. So you see exactly, you've seen from the beginning what was going on. They wanted to manipulate people thinking that you're just out on the streets, you're never going to amount to much or something like that. And you're like, oh yeah? I'm balanced, I'm in alignment, okay? You made a head over heart decision, or somebody else is. They need to balance something out with you. Somebody wants to open up emotionally. King of Cups, male or female. Somebody's in their drinks, they're in their fields and in their cups. Somebody was emotionally manipulative with you or about you. They were emotionally unavailable and immature, self-serving and self-absorbed. Very malicious, ruthless, and cruel, and couldn't care less about your feelings or your life or anything. No intuition for sure. Bad advice. This person gives, yeah, they're grieving and regretting. They're crying now. There's a parting of ways, grieving and regretting, crying over spilt milk. It could have been some blood spilled and definite tears. They placed you behind them last, like unimportant. They'd go and help a total stranger that could be the bottom of the barrel in terms of, you know, people. And they'd go help them first before they help you, somebody they claimed they loved. I experienced that too. They placed you last. Now they know what it feels like to be placed last. Because, yeah, they're on their own. They're going to be forced into isolation to think about and reflect. Or they know they're being investigated. You're shining a light on this, or somebody else is. They lied, cheated, and or stole. People are finding this out. They were talking shit. Or you're the one that got away. You healed your heart. This is a blessing in disguise. They were talking shit. They were full of abuse, mental, emotional, verbal, and psychological abuse. Yeah, they bit off more than they can chew for sure. Not a King of Wands in reverse. So it could be a warlock or a poser and a player. Somebody, male or female. If it's a warlock, it's a male, obviously. But anybody that dabbled into witchy stuff here, or warlock stuff. Let's not be sexist here. We're not sexist. And I say that in the negative sense. There's witches and warlocks and wizards and whatever they want to call themselves that do good work. Okay, so we have bad apples. When we're reading these cards, typically that's what we're reading is the negative sense. or else you wouldn't need to be warned or told about it, right? But this is somebody that doesn't take the noble approach. They have no morals, ethics, or honor. And it's a coward because they do things behind people's backs. You know, they got a problem with you. They never tell you. Somebody had no authority, or they lost authority. Yeah, and they're gonna get dropped. They're gonna have to let this go. You're unbothered. They're mad because you're unbothered. Or other people are trying to unburden themselves here. This is somebody that's in their ego. They want power and control, like I said. It's just all arrogance and conceit. Yeah, they could be transitioning, or somebody else is, or they're on the run. You're moving on towards destiny. The spirits plucked you out of rough waters and bring you into calm waters. You might be in a lull period right now in between the past cycle and the new one, but destiny's here. Congratulations. This is fated. This is divine timing. You're going to be free here. You won't have a worry or care in the world. They cannot restrict you, can't hold you back. They can't bind you. This is gold diggers and cloud chasers, right? You have a new beginning. Like it says here, new beginning. Congratulations. New passionate opportunities, growth and expansion, authority, and or creativeness. It's beautiful. Yeah, and they're burdened by this. You showed that you were responsible. They're burdened. They're buckling underneath the burdens of the weight of these burdens. They tried to oppress you. They're under oppression here. There you go. Devil energy. They tried to oppress you, bind you. But guess what? You're in your North Node. This is divine intervention. The stars have aligned. You have a great deal of faith. Your prayers have been heard. You're a healer. You're balanced. Be proud. I think God's proud of you. Your wishes are being granted. You could be out in the public eye and they're jealous. This is jelly. I definitely heard jelly. So the cards are in keeping with the original cards, the cards we started with. Just place it where it belongs, okay? It's kind of all scattered still. If somebody has addictions, obsessions, codependency issues, they're highly toxic and karmic. Now, that's what it is. You getting these new beginnings, you making it on your own, you being healthy and happy, they're buckling underneath the weight of these burdens because it shows who the real devil is. There you go. Queen of Pentacles, somebody was very jealous of you. Materialistic, a gold digger and a cloud chaser. Codependent, clingy, very lazy, don't want to work because they can't. Obviously they can work, they choose not to. They choose to manipulate instead. Very jealous, don't know their value and their worth. They're jealous of you. Somebody's going to apologize or thinking about apologizing, or this is a child. This could be somebody you've known since a child, was a third party. They want to apologize for being a third party. There's a contract here. Somebody's being seen as a gold digger and a cloud chaser, or they wanted people to see you this way, but you're innocent, or they're going to claim they're innocent. There's a decision being made. And in this deck, if you notice, the angel's getting ready to split these two apart. Oh, I'm sorry I split you and your higher level soulmate apart. Or they wanted you to appear unstable and unfaithful and all these things and jealous. So this immature person can slide into your relationship. Get in between you two. Yeah, they're being exposed. This is illumination. You're happy, healthy, wealthy, and wise. You're innocent. You have a new beginning. You used your intuition. You made the right choice. You used your higher wisdom, and you've ascended. This happiness, extreme happiness. This is clarity. This is truth. You've healed. It's also being exposed. You're exposing them because you've ascended. They're exposed. This is illumination. There's fast communication, action, and or travel. Something happened quickly. This is a group. There's a lot of conflict, competition, jealousy, strife, turmoil, and they're fighting amongst each other. They're competing, fighting. Why? Because you're staying stable and secure. King of Pentacles beneath that. They wanted you to compete and fight with them. Seeing clearly what's going on here. Like somebody's getting let go. There's no more stalemate. You're not mentally conflicted. No more denials. Yeah, you saw with your third eye, your crown chakra. You let them go. Yeah, maybe it was a mystery as to why you walked away. You're not coming back. You used your intuition. You saw. People are now seeing the lies, the manipulation, the illusions. Somebody's fearful. Yeah, they were holding you back or trying to. Somebody felt entitled to be you. This could be an impersonation. It could be forgery. Stealing your work ideas, achievements. Trying to hold you back. They're combative, argumentative, in your face, abusive. Holding back your stability, your success. Holding you back from a King of Pentacles. This could be you or someone else, male or female. You're very generous, abundant, hardworking, committed to what you do. It could be a couple. It could be somebody else impersonating you to make themselves look rich. But you're speaking some truths, or this could be you. Set some boundaries. You cut some people out. You're not afraid to speak your truth either. You could be a speaker, you're stable. You're very generous with what you have to say. You could be a teacher of some sort, a guide. Could be a professional, male or female. But whoever this is, maybe stealing your work, trying to make themselves look like a King of Pentacles or Queen of Pentacles by repeating what you say, or this is somebody else coming in to cut this bullshit out. This is something that's assertive, very discerning, I meant to say, astute, assertive, intelligent, wise, and intuitive. This usually by the time you get to the King and Queen of Swords, these energies have gone through it. Okay, they've been harmed, they've been hurt. They know the score. They've come face to face with narcissists. They've come face to face with the dregs of society. They're not born yesterday. You know what I'm saying? This could be you or someone else. A decision. Somebody's going to freak out. It could be this couple. They're wanting to be you. Somebody wants to be you. If this is your ex, they're maybe speaking their truth and cutting this third party out. I don't know. It could go different ways. I'm sorry. So you got a new beginning here. Could be online, traveling, moving, or you cut out the past, right? You ended some cycles to begin some new ones. You learned your lessons. Broken mirrors, addictions, roller coaster, toxic connection. You've put it behind you. You've learned your lessons. Yeah, you're tired or hurting. I don't blame you. Now they get to go through it, okay? All these false and phony people. These people were toxic. The situation was toxic, full of drama, arguments, and incompatible. You're taking some time out. You have taken some time out to recharge, breathe, let go, clear your mind. Yeah, these people are just clowns. They were just clowning around. They all had ulterior motives and different agenda, hidden agendas. So you're better off without them. You're doing fine on your own. Keep going. You won't be sorry. Okay, you go back to this, you will be. Where are we going with this, please, Spirit? How are we ending this cycle for the cycle? How are we ending this read for the collective, please? How are we ending this cycle? Well, quickly. Completely. So we have changing. So this was in reverse. Somebody doesn't want to change. 5. Could be a warlock, crooked judge, leader, spiritual leader of some sort. Definitely committing some crimes here. Dealing with an institution. An institution can go down, or it's a false contract. So yes or no. If you have a yes or no question, changing. At this time, the situation is in a state of flux. Anything could happen. They don't see things have changed. That's the problem. They think they can still go do what they do. They are showing their hand of cards here, okay? You're protected. They didn't see that coming. Shield. This is 959. Might have something to do with it. Aries, defensive. Protect, support, safeguard, block, guardian. Stand up for, being prepared, heroic, stronghold, security. Ward off unwanted energies. Be on guard and withstand. So you have either you're protecting yourself, or you have a mighty warrior angel protecting you. 96, Aquarius, airplane. Travel, long distance, speed, overcome. So you could be traveling. Or these people are all long distance. People you don't even know. They could have been hired, okay? Rise up, freedom, no boundaries, breaking free, in control. Things work out, taking off. Leave it behind, internal guidance systems. So if you were ever doubting whether you had intuition, whether you had a connection with God, I don't think you're doubting now. Or if anybody close to you is doubting, I think they have no room for doubt now. 2, Virgo. 62. Coin toss. Choices. Either or. Be fair. I think you have always been fair. More than they deserve. Considering pros and cons, or maybe they're wishing, please be fair, just so they can get their way. I don't think so. You're going to do it fairly, or somebody else is going to be fair. And they're going to disregard what these people say. Considering pros and cons, fate equal. Two sides to every story. That's untrue. There's 3. Butterfly effect. So whatever they did to you is coming right back to them. Either way, 50-50 chance, unpredictable, can't decide, take a chance. So they took a huge gamble and they lost. You are a master. That's why. That makes better sense, right? 29. Capricorn. Discipline, working smart, focus, structure, teaching, training, conquer, overcome, controlled, learning a skill, in the flow, authoritarian, commanding presence. They could have hired some practitioners, cults, covens, secret societies to do this spell work against you. If not, they hired some professional hitmen or women. They claimed they were masters last spring. They wanted to use you as a springboard to elevate them in life. 1. This is Aries, Taurus, and Gemini. Spring, new moon, the maiden, within 1 to 3 months. So this could be the last 1 to 3 months and or the next 1 to 3 months. 1-1-1-11, that's justice. In tarot. Diamond, creative force, faithfulness, value, perfection, brilliance, commitment, light, purity, esteem, unconquerable force, multi-dimensional, multifaceted, invincible spiritual power. Wow, all this pressure they put on you. Well, they turned cold into a diamond, didn't they? 5. Scorpio, 15. Thunderstorm, I take that as a tower. Power, destruction, trouble, electric display, a warning, out of control, energy shift. That's a tower. Conflict, triumph over evil, fierce, booming conflict, opportunity to overcome. And microphone, 58. You could be a speaker. Sagittarius, 58. Microphone, news, trending, broadcast, expression, strong opinion, make known, current events, public speaking, speak truth, communicate, social media, being heard and speaking up. So this is blowing everybody's mind. Okay? On the other hand, these people could have been saying these things, procuring the services of cults, practitioners, cults, covens, secret societies, hitmen, hit women online, speaking illy of you, and that's what's going to blow up in their face. Congratulations. I'm very pleased for you. Mice, discord amongst friends or family. So it's all falling apart for them. When the cat's away, the mice will play. Moon, changes in your life. Moon magic. Gavel, involvement with the law. There you go. Claw, the claw. Be careful, do not take risks. I say to them, take a risk, take a risk. Let's call the herd. Skull. Hidden secrets can harm you. And a skull represents death, so there you go. Numbskull. Needle and thread, a sincere wish will be granted. So something that was, you thought maybe was gone, ruined, destroyed, you will get that back, okay, or stolen. It's going to help you mend, okay? Last January, this January coming, or this is birthdays, yours or somebody else's. Somebody's getting freezer out, or they placed you in a freezer in a jar. You know what I'm saying? Teardrops, great personal sorrow. You mended from whatever they tried to do. Now they're getting frozen out. Or maybe they're astounded because their freezer spells or jar spells aren't working, or their unalive spells. They're going to be reaping the rewards of that. Beware of self-delusion. So they were very self-delusional. And now they're stuck on successful plans. Boo-hoo. It is what it is. It could be witches' knots as well. I don't know much about this stuff. I just hear it here and there. I don't know how it works. But you're very well protected. Keep your vibes up. Keep your prayers up as well. Obviously, I don't need to tell you that. If you're a master, you already know. You could be an ascended master or just a master of whatever it is you do. So congratulations. You got good things coming towards you within the next 1 to 3 months, I hope, or hopefully now. I love you guys. Until next time, take care.